Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sunny Sage 11 here. I'm Selena to share my name. So I'm so glad you're back and thank you for being here to continue with me on this 30-day video challenge. I am at day 3 now. And I was not expecting to have this be the topic of the video. I had some ideas of some topics yesterday in my last video, which are still kind of on the list. But this morning, while I was, journaling, kind of just easing into my day, I listened to like meditations and subliminals on YouTube, which really kind of help dig up and pull up inspirational ideas, positive mindsets that I can start my day with. And over the past, I guess, couple weeks, I've really leaned in deeper to ways that I can expand opportunities for myself living abroad, which go beyond just, my regular day job, because I do teach English in Korea, but I know that living here long term, that to be sustainable, that there have to be expansive ways that we show our gifts, share our gifts with the world in order to, show up in a much more elevated way. So our jobs don't define us. They help us, with, sustaining our livelihood. But my drive and motivation has been to really lean in deeper into areas of my gifts and my voice that I want to express deeper into the world, and which is kind of in parallel with this whole 30-day video challenge, where I'm like, I really want to push myself further to really expressing my voice and putting myself back into YouTube land, because I really, this station was like, I said station, this channel was like really just kind of, hush hush for many months. So, but I'm back and I want to breathe life into the channel, and so here I am. And so yeah, I have been on Meetup just as a participant through different Meetup groups since as early back as like my college years. I've always been on meetup.com, joining different groups. When I lived in Cleveland, I was in a Spanish weekly conversation meetup group, so that was a lot of fun. When I came to Korea, even in years past, and also now, there are several meetup groups that I've been able to be a part of. And I got the idea this morning while I was listening to a subliminal that actually, the idea came yesterday when I was at my job. I got an email recommending a meetup group to join, which I did. I think the group really connected and resonated with my interest and things that really lean and tap into my engagement and interest. So I got the light bulb moment yesterday at work. I was like, I should create a meetup group. I want to find a way to create a space where I can connect with a community and build a community around a shared interest, a shared goal, a shared vision. And one thing that I realized that I feel I know the most about in terms of the past 15 years of my life has been living abroad, and how that changes and shifts in many different ways. Actually, the video I did yesterday was about, how living abroad differs from my 20s in comparison to where I'm at in my late 30s now. And so the group that I decided to create, and I'll put a link to it in the description below, Abroad in Harmony. So abroad as in living abroad in harmony. I was literally like writing on a post-it like ideas. I was like, I have an idea. I want to create a group, something that is about community, harmony, living abroad, coming together to talk about our experiences and what we've learned, not just for us who are currently living abroad, but for us to be a support to those who are interested in making, the trip to move abroad, or maybe just to do it on a short-term basis, whether it's short-term or long-term. But I feel that I know a lot about living abroad, and I even have, I opened up a booking platform to be a move abroad mentor for anyone who is interested in talking with me one-on-one, to pick my brain about what it's like to live abroad or how I got here to this space. So I decided to create a community on meetup.com. Again, it's called Abroad in Harmony, and I put the description together. I even have officially created the first event, which is coming up on May the 18th at 7 p.m. Korea Standard Time. 7 to 8:30. It'll be virtual online. And I decided to make the topic to be about building community. So how have we found ways to build community abroad? What stories do we have to share about some highs or some lows that come with finding your tribe when you're living in another country? And so that'll be a way to kind of kickstart the new group that I've started. And if you feel that, hey, I want to tune in, I want to connect with this message, with this energy, with this vibration, then you are fully, invited to join the group. You can join in on the first meetup. My goal is to make them bi-weekly, virtually, and with me being in Seoul, like Seoul is a very, big city. I definitely want to connect with group members who are local to do in-person meetups, like whether it's getting coffee or maybe going to karaoke or just finding a way to connect with each other. So I will put a link below to my new meetup group. I invite you to join and see how this is going to expand and grow. I really see a lot of positivity coming out of this. And I just feel like I'm meant to express my voice. I feel like there's something I'm meant to share. And I remember when I was in college, I was an orientation leader. My sophomore, my junior year. It was like, my end of my sophomore year going into my junior year. And there was another young lady that I work with. And one thing she always said to me, she would say, "Oh, you're a motivational speaker. You're a motivational speaker." And at the time I was like, that's a nice thing to say. I just thought it was just a lovely compliment. She really liked my voice and the way that I spoke, even back at the age of 20. And so I think that there is something to that. And I feel I need to allow my voice to be heard, to inspire others. And I want to continue that one video at a time, one meetup event at a time, and just seeing where this takes me, because I feel this pull to move abroad is something that has a purpose behind it in a way that I didn't feel in all those other years that I was living abroad. And I think a lot of it has to do with my name change, going from the name I had before to legally changing it to Selena, and not just the first name. I changed my entire name. I know I've said before that that's going to be a video topic, so I do want to circle back to that as well. But thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to share the news and excitement and announcement that I have a new meetup group, and again, it's called Abroad in Harmony, and I feel that this can really grow and move in a positive direction. So thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Day 4 is coming up. Take care. Oh, and also, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate the support to grow this space here on YouTube as well. So yes, now have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.